probably my worst mistake here would be not writing notes for this video. But I guess the title is going to be something like, is it just like an advertisement that will get you far in your art online career? Let's say that, online career. I think so. I honestly do think so. If you don't already have lots of people to advertise to, and you might not think you're advertising to them, but say your friends, your family, your co-workers, telling them about your stuff is technically advertising. If you don't have that, then that's fine. But if you, on top of that, don't have anyone that you don't know to advertise to, say online, say you go on to Reddit, for example, and you post your stuff there, that's advertising. If you don't have that, then getting anywhere, getting any attention, is going to be entirely based off luck, which is mostly going to consist of other people advertising for you. So I recently started posting a comic on Tabaz and Webtoons called Long Distance Friends, and coincidentally, I was not only put on the front page in New and Noteworthy, in the New and Noteworthy section, but I was also put on the front page in staff pics. So I believe that the staff of Tabaz must have saw this comic and decided, oh hey, let's put this on the front page, and also let's keep it in New and Noteworthy for a while. And it was there for about a week or two, probably 2 weeks, if not that, a little bit less. And that got me a lot of attention. I managed to get probably, in that span of time, I managed to get from 8 subscribers to 190 or so subscribers, which is a lot for my little dumb scribbly comic. It's a lot for me. I've never, in my whole entire period on Pastic, I've never gotten that kind of attention in that short a span of time. So that must have been completely down to my comic being on the front page. So everything is all about advertising. It's about getting your stuff out there, getting other people to share your stuff. Since I've been taking off the front page, I've not gained a single subscriber. Because how am I supposed to? Who's going to see it now? It's just in a random place on the internet. Well, in 2 random places on the internet. I think it's been off the front page for about 2 days now. So I'm not really expecting much. I'll probably get maybe 1 or 2 subscribers on the next update or something like that. Which should be today, probably. So from this experience, I guess, I can just advise people trying to get into some kind of art career, some kind of internet space where you have an audience that you can interact with and advertise to, I guess, because what else can you do with an audience? Interact with and advertise to, as well as giving them content, of course. You need to do audience building, and in a place like Tabaz, they really give a space for new comic creators, in the sense that if you're starting a new comic, you're more likely to get that attention to be put on the front page. So from that, if you keep making small comics, regardless of your skill, you're more likely to get attention for that. Because if you have a comic and you haven't gotten a certain amount of subscribers by a certain page number, you're probably going to stay at that amount of subscribers. Because if you're doing it an occurring update one week, and then update next week, and then update next week, no one's going to want to read, say, for example, 70 pages, and then wait for updates once a week. Unless the comic is just that amazing. I've not found a comic that has made me want to read 70 pages. I found one comic that has made me want to read a lot of the pages, but I've known of these characters before they were even in a comic. And that's my Alien Miles. Oh god. Gonna have to see what the comic is. Oh, the comic's called Myas and L by Jenny Clements. That I binged read all the beginning of that, because I had followed this creator on DeviantArt for a long time, and I saw her drawings of her characters, and I love them, but I didn't know there was comic around. So yeah, I definitely binged read the start of that, and I'm waiting for updates now, and I can't wait to read the updates. Probably Ultramarine Weather as well. That one's a really good one. I binged read the beginning of that, but it wasn't. I don't think that one was 70 episodes. It was probably something more like 20 or 30 that I binge read. Yeah, as I was saying, once you've gotten to a certain point with updates, you're probably going to stay stationary at that point until your comic is finished. It's just a common theme I've seen. So if you start doing lots of small, short comics, and you finish them off, like a comic you'll spend a month or two on, and then you post all of that. I think that's a really, especially on Paz, that's a really good way to start building an audience. And you'll be doing even better if you get put on the front page for each of those comics. Not saying you will, but there's a high chance you will if you're making a new comic. Yeah, I think I've said everything I need to say there. Luck in advertising will get you places, and not much else. Skill doesn't really get you places, I'm sorry. But what it does do is it increases your chances of getting more people to subscribe to you. So, but that's only one aspect. The other aspect is making interesting content. So you've got interesting content and skill, and those both increase the chances of people subscribing to you, but they do not, unfortunately, they don't affect your luck, and they don't affect how many people this is advertised to. Simply because anyone can like anything from any skill and any amount of interesting content, because that's subjective things, and you're not judged on that when it comes to the internet. You're not. Anyway, thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed the terrible speed paint that has a terrible concept and understanding of contrast, but I tried my best. So bye everyone.